Welcome everyone in HueFin News. Today is January the 25th, 2018. This is our daily cryptocurrency market analysis where we are giving you the news according to the charts. We are not investment advisors and we are not giving you investment advice, but rather we are your partners here in this cryptocurrency space, giving you the likelihood of the trajectory of where these cryptocurrencies are likely to be headed. Okay. Because we are one of the only few who understand the language of the financial markets, and it's spoken to us all through the price bars and the volume. If you guys haven't known that by now, if you guys been avid watchers of our channel, you guys should know that by now, definitely. But one of the things that this market has been doing over the last couple of days is the fact that it's just been trading sideways and is right there towards that $10,000 area for Bitcoin in particular. Now we've been watching the market and it looked like we're still in that same pattern right now. So we're still consolidating. We're still going through in between that range of support and resistance right now. And it looked like the market is not eager to move higher, especially once I get into the charts. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about, how the market did make a move higher today, especially early on in the trading day, and then it lost steam and it then started trading lower. As a matter of fact, into the negative for some of these cryptocurrencies. Okay. And that just simply tells us that the market isn't ready yet to move higher. Okay. But that could change at the moment's notice. And that's what we're here for. We're not trying to formulate our titles to our videos. We're not trying to give you some catchy words, some other excitement, because the news is already in the chart. So by the time a major announcement comes out on YouTube or even in the major media, you know, we have already seen this on the chart. So that's why it comes to, when you're looking at the charts, to take it out without the excitement and just go ahead and look at what the price bars and the volume is telling you, so you guys can try to maintain that profitability and stay ahead of the game, because that's the whole point when you place some of your funds into the market, is that you just want to place it at the right time and to get out at the right time. So hopefully this channel is giving you that opportunity to recognize when the market is going to move and when it is not going to move. Okay. So taking a look at this website, the market cap is at 553.3 billion. So again, the market just pretty much traded sideways on today's trading. Bitcoin is not moving higher in its dominance of the cryptocurrency space. Matter of fact, according to this website, you guys can tell that they're down 0.1%. Ethereum is up almost 1.5% right now. Ripple is down 2%. Bitcoin Cash is up 0.5%. Cardano is up almost 2%. Stellar is also up almost 7% right now. Litecoin is down. Neo is up. EOS is up. Looking at Neo, they're down. I'm sorry, NEM, they're down 1.36. IOTA is down 2.26. Dash is up 3%, and Monero is down 0.39. So today was just a sideways trading day. The market did not break out higher today in trading, even though the market did move higher early on in the trading day. So let's go ahead and get started and see what we have for today and what we expect to see on tomorrow. So right now we're looking at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is up 0.02. Last trade is up 0.10. Last trade was 11,174 according to Bitfinex. And as I zoom in, you guys can definitely tell that the market did move higher in today's trading. Went all the way up to $11,734, came down and found support right there around $11,000. The volume is lighter, so pay attention to that. That could even mean that interest in higher prices is not there, or there's not that much stockpile coming into the market, which would mean that the market will be moving higher on tomorrow. Okay, so let's move it to a 3-hour bars and see what is actually going on. So we're looking at the 3-hour bars for Bitcoin. You guys can tell that the market came all the way up to 11,006. And we told you guys in that video yesterday, that's where we're expecting Bitcoin to come to. And then immediately from there, we got some weakness coming in the market, and the market came and fell all the way back down to almost 10,008. Precursors of strength came in, market came up to around 11,400, got stockpiled, and this current 3-hour bar is still a continuation of some of the selling that is occurring in Bitcoin. One of the things that is standing out to us right now is the fact that the volume is awfully light compared to what it's been the last 2 bars. Okay, so looking at a 1 hour real quick. So even on the 1 hour bar, as I zoom out, you can tell that Bitcoin is just simply consolidating, trading sideways. 10,008 is acting as support for the moment, and 11,004 is the resistance area for Bitcoin. We're not necessarily seeing a lot of interest in higher prices. We're just going to have to stand on the sideline until Bitcoin gives us a proper direction in where it wants to move. Right now, we're definitely getting precursors of weakness in Bitcoin. Hopefully that support area is going to be around that 11,100 area, and the market for Bitcoin can continue to move higher from there. I'm going to do a quick look on the 30-minute. So even around that 30-minute, 11,300, 11,400, we are getting weakness in the market. But if this current 30-minute bar closes above the previous close, and we are getting a lot more volume on this 30-minute bar, so it's possible that Bitcoin will resume to higher prices if this current 30-minute bar closes above. But right now, we're just not seeing any true direction on these shorter time frames. So if I move to a 6-hour bar, you guys can just tell that 11,500, 11,400 is definitely the resistance area that Bitcoin will have to overcome. 10,400 as well as support. And given the way that the market has been trending or trading the last couple of days, it do look like it's probable that Bitcoin will try to resume to higher prices, back up to 11,006 or even higher than that. But in the background, it's just getting hit with more stockpiles. So we need to get a massively strong precursors of strength bar in Bitcoin in order for us to break through $12,000. Okay, until we get that, expect the market to continue to do the same that it's been doing the last couple of days, and that is simply trading sideways. Okay, so on the daily price chart, we need to see a massively strong precursors of strength bar. If we do not see that, then Bitcoin will continue to trade sideways to possibly even lower until we get that precursors of strength bar. Because even on the daily price chart, we're not getting a lot of volume coming in, a lot of volume spikes coming in on this particular daily chart. And that is what we would need in order for Bitcoin to continue to move higher. Now, we might move higher in terms of back up to 13,000 or even 12,000, but I'm talking about for us to move past 13,000 all the way up into 14 and 15,000, we would need to see a lot of volume come in on the precursors of strength bar. We're just not getting that right now. So at best, Bitcoin may continue to trade sideways to lower long term until we get that. So now let's go ahead and go to Ethereum. So Ethereum is up 1.23%. Last trade was $1,049.80. Daily price chart for Ethereum, again, sideways trading action, $900 is support. Resistance is at 1,100 for Ethereum. The volume for today is also lighter than what it's been the last 2 or 3 trading days, but Ethereum also traded higher in trading for today. And then soon after the market opened or started a new bar for today, the market started moving lower in Ethereum. It came all the way up to $1,100 here. And then the market simply came and traded sideways. And every time Ethereum comes up to around $1,075 or even $1,100, the market continues to get hit with more resistance. And it's the same story with Ethereum. It's the same as with Bitcoin. We need to get a massively strong precursors of strength bar with volume backing it in order for the market to continue to move higher. And currently we're just not getting that. So the market may trade a little lower, especially on this 3-hour bar if it closes lower than a previous close. The market for Ethereum can definitely come all the way back down to 1039 or even 1025 initially. But if we get a lot more stockpile, then the market can come all the way down to 975 or even $1,000. Okay, because right now we're definitely getting precursors of weakness in Ethereum around 1080 to $1,100. So now let's go ahead and go to Bitcoin Cash. So Bitcoin is up 0.85%. Last trade was $1,633.70. So again, the market is not necessarily moving for Bitcoin Cash. Volume is also lighter. The spread of the bar is also smaller than what it's been the last 4 or 5 trading days as well. So again, I still stand by our analysis from yesterday that the market is getting prepped for another move, major move higher or even lower. The 3-hour bar for Bitcoin Cash, you can tell that it came all the way up to 1680, and now the market came all the way up to $1,700, and the market's been trending lower ever since then. We are trying to get some buyers in the market to try to keep price from moving that far lower, but we're still getting weakness as Bitcoin Cash trends around $1,700. So especially if this bar closes towards the low of the bar, expect Bitcoin Cash to continue to move lower to find support. It might be around $1,600 that Bitcoin Cash can find support, or it can definitely move lower than that, because this particular 3-hour chart is not giving us a lot of precursors of strength right now. Looking at the 1-hour bar for Bitcoin Cash, again, you guys can tell that the interest in higher prices is currently not there. Maybe support can be around 1620, or even on the particular low now, 1627, and they can move higher from there. But definitely I can tell that we are making higher lows on this particular 1-hour chart, but we need to get a massively strong precursors of strength bar to break through 1680 and $1,700 before we would even think about coming into the market for Bitcoin Cash. So literally we're just standing on the sidelines for Bitcoin Cash until we get that indicator to show up. So now let's go ahead and go to Ripple. So Ripple as well is down 1.72. Last trade was $1.30. Again, no interest in higher prices in Ripple at this time. I've been telling you guys the last couple of videos that $1.30 is very crucial for Ripple, maybe even all the way down to $1.20 for Ripple, and we're just not getting a lot of interest right now in higher prices. But the longer that we go out and the market continues to trade sideways, just like we've seen on these particular charts, we're expecting the market to eventually break out into a higher price. Okay, 3-hour bars for Ripple. Again, the buyers are trying to keep price above that $1.30 area, but the weakness is still revealing itself. But pay attention to the volume. Whatever the completion bar looks like on this 3-hour bar is going to be key into us knowing that the market's going to continue to move lower or it's going to continue to move higher, because currently the last 3-hour bar, last completed one, we did receive stockpile in the bar, but it looked like the market's not moving that low in Ripple, even with the receipt of all that weakness coming in the market. So definitely you had to keep an eye on Ripple. Hopefully it could keep support around $1.30. If not, the market for Ripple can come all the way back down to $1.28 or even lower than that, because we are getting precursors of weakness in Ripple as well. So again, our analysis for Ripple is to stand by again, just like with Bitcoin Cash. So now let's go to Litecoin. So Litecoin is down 0.05%. Last trade $178.66. Again, all these daily price charts for these cryptocurrencies is doing the same thing. The longer that we trend sideways on the daily price chart, the likely we are to see these cryptocurrencies break out into higher price. Now it might just go to $200 or even $220. Okay, But definitely the longer that we wait, it might even happen tomorrow on these cryptocurrencies to where it break out to 200 to 220. Expect the market to move higher, and especially when the volume is dwindling as we have on these charts here today. So looking at Litecoin, again, the market just simply trading sideways for the time being. We are getting weakness currently in Litecoin, so the market will move lower in the short term. $175 all the way down to 170 or even 165 are all probable areas that Litecoin can come and find support. Now, if the market can find support around $176, that would be great in order for them to continue to move higher. But $184 in or around that area is resistance, so we will need to see precursors of strength bars around $184 in order for Litecoin to continue to move higher. But right now, especially if this bar closes below the previous close, Litecoin will be moving lower. So next on the list is Dash. So Dash is up 2.94%. Last trade was $790.80. So looking at Dash on the daily price chart, the market is getting hit with some stockpile currently, but the bar is still closed above the previous close from yesterday, which is a good indication that the buyers are at least trying to maintain price around $790. The 3-hour price chart for Dash, you guys can tell that we are getting weakness in Dash as well. Maybe $780 is the support, but if not, expect Dash to continue to move higher. The market is getting a lot of stockpile around $800 to $820. The market did go as high as $820 today, but then there was no follow through once the market came all the way up to $820, which tells us that the market is still weak in Dash. So expect them to continue to move lower until we find support, and then the market will bounce from there and move higher. Okay. So next on the list is going to be Neo. So looking at Neo, you guys can see that they're up 3.86%. Last trade, $138.76. So the market, just like with Dash, moved higher in Neo today. As you guys can tell, we have some light stockpile, non-interest in higher prices in Neo at the moment. The bar is currently closed towards the open from today's trading. The volume is also light, which is giving us more confirmation that there's non-interest in higher prices. 3-hour price chart for Neo. Maybe that support area is around $136. If so, that would be great for the market to at least trade sideways. $144 is resistance. So the market would definitely have to give us more precursors of strength around $144 in order for them to move higher. But one thing I do like is the fact that even though we did have a slight downtrend the last couple of 3-hour bars, this one bar is telling us that the market is still interested in higher prices. So if this bar turns out to be a probable precursor of strength, the next 3-hour bar is going to be crucial in order for them to continue to move higher in price. Okay, so keep your eye on this current 3-hour bar for Neo, and then the next following one, pay attention to that one too, because if it closes above this previous close, then Neo will be moving higher. Now that high may not be just to around $148 or even $152. Those are the initial price areas that Neo can possibly come and touch. But the following 3-hour bar is going to be crucial for Neo, so you have to pay attention to that. So now let's go ahead and go to Monero. You guys can tell that they're up 0.52%. Last trade was $316.11. So on the daily price chart for Monero, you guys can definitely tell that it's in a range. $300, even all the way down to $275, has been acting as support over the last couple of days, and resistance is hidden here around $400 all the way up to $425. Okay, so the market is definitely getting a slight hints that it is trying to keep support around $300 in Monero. Pay attention to that. We're not getting that much follow through whenever Monero moves higher on the daily price chart though. So looking at the 3-hour bars for Monero, again, just like with the rest of the altcoins, Monero has just simply been trading sideways. 320 is acting as resistance. The market came all the way up to 320 on this 3-hour bar, got hit with a little stockpile, and now it is back up to $320 again. So this 3-hour bar needs to go above this 3-hour bar needs to go above $320 in order for the market to continue to move higher. If it closes above this previous close, then definitely we're looking for Monero to continue to move higher in price. 1 hour, you guys can tell that it is getting hit with stockpile around $317.50, but the market is still there absorbing all of the stockpile that is coming through. As long as it does that, expect Monero to move higher. But the moment that they relinquish all that time to try to buy up all the selling that is occurring, then expect Monero to move lower. Okay. So now let's go to Cardano. So even with Cardano, kind of looks like Neo and Dash. Market shot higher throughout the trading day, got hit with some stockpile, and now is currently trading towards the low from today's trading on the daily price chart. 3-hour bar, you guys can tell, is getting a little weakness coming in right now. 65 cents. We forecasted them to come up to around 70 cents yesterday. They did that. We still got some weakness coming in, but the market is not necessarily reacting to all of the selling that is coming through. So maybe the market may come back down to 60 cents, but definitely I can tell that the market is trying to keep price right there around 65 cents. And if this current 3-hour bar closes above this previous one, then expect Cardano to move higher as well. Definitely on this 1-hour bar, we're getting a lot more volume coming in, and if the market closes above, then we're looking for Cardano to move higher in the short term. So that's all we have for today, January 25th, 2018. And then we could give you guys a quick recap of what I talked about today. Overall, the cryptocurrency space is just simply trading within a consolidation range. We need to get a major precursors of strength bar with a lot of volume to break through the resistance area that I've shown you on today's charts. Okay. Until that point, we are standing on the sidelines for a long-term strategy, but we can definitely trade on smaller time, small profit on these cryptocurrencies, take a small profit on the quick moves higher, but definitely long-term, we need to get the market to give us a precursors of strength to move higher. And in some instances, I am noticing the market trying to do just that. And in some instances, it will be successful, and in others, it will not. But right now, as I'm doing this video, the market is giving us more precursors of weakness than strength. So definitely wait until we get those precursors of strength to reveal itself, and then you'll want to go ahead and try to grab some quick profits in these cryptocurrencies. Okay, but definitely right now, these cryptocurrencies are giving us more precursors of weakness than strength. So give you guys that heads up. I know our analysis, we told you that we're standing by on whether or not we're going to stay, if it's going to move higher or lower, because we're getting a lot of weakness and the market's not necessarily telling us what direction it wants to go, albeit the signs are there of more precursors of weakness than strength. So that should give you a heads up of what we're actually thinking of where the market will be going. Okay, so that's all I have for today. Everyone, stay profitable, and I will talk to you all later.